special. Well, there is Jennifer Wan, who has been representing Chaco Canyon and a Native American, amazingly talented craftsmen who bring to us these one-of-a-kind pieces. And I'm gonna start out by saying this is our largest turquoise we have ever offered in a ring as a today's special at the best value to date. So exciting beyond belief. We have two choices for you, and we're talking about the #1 American mine, Kingman Turquoise, producing the finest turquoise around the entire world. So we have two choices for you. We have first the Kingman Turquoise, which is gonna be the bluest of blues, that robin's egg. And then we also have available the Ceremonial. We'll talk about the rarity here to have over a 33mm stone in a handcrafted, one-of-a-kind statement ring, which is all the rage. We'll talk more about that. But the fact that this is $99.95, my goodness, while they last, in sizes 6 through size 12. I wanna mention all Chaco Canyon, we're gonna be offering with 5 monthly flex payments, every single piece. Now here's the exciting part. Once you spend $99, and what better way than with our best value of the day, you are gonna be now enjoying free shipping and handling throughout the rest of the day on all of your jewelry pieces from Chaco Canyon, all of your fashion pieces, all of your accessories throughout the day. So it is the day to be shopping, and it is always such a pleasure to welcome back our very special representative of our Native American, wonderful, wonderful craftsman, Jennifer Wan. In fact, you're seeing Jennifer, you're wearing the same earrings. That's so funny.
I noticed that.
In that shot that you're wearing here tonight. Jennifer, just take us through real quickly here. This is all about the today's special, sorting out this amazing turquoise.
Yes, I got the opportunity to talk to Emerson Del Grito, and just listening to what he had to say, what the other artisans had to say, the process that they've gone through, each and every step that they tried to explain to me, and with the help of Emerson, just him talking about his livelihood, what he does, and how he enjoys making jewelry for people. It's just, you can tell the true time and technique and the heart that he puts into each piece.
And I love the stories that you're gonna share with us, because Jennifer was there. You know what it took to make the stamping, to create these one-of-a-kind pieces, all very indicative of what I honestly have known. Now I feel like I know Emerson as a friend through the years of these beautiful pieces that he's brought to us. And it's a definite rarity that we do have at today's special from Chaco Canyon. Because of the nature, we're going back to the original craftsmanship that they used, the Native Americans, hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
Same techniques.
Yes.
I want to take a moment out and say hi to Kate, who is our beautiful model. It's going to be showcasing all of our Chaco Canyon. Let's explain Chaco Canyon. Let's explain, first off, how special. My goodness, 6 through size 12, by the way, our best value of the day is. And we do recommend, and you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, it's a big, bold statement piece. Do I go up a size? Because a lot of times we'll recommend that when we have a wider shank. Notice the size of the perfect shank. So no, order what would normally be your true size. I normally wear a 5 on my ring finger. This is a 6. We are offering 6 through 12. I wear a 6 on my pointer finger. And you were saying the same thing. You wear a 10 and it fits you perfectly.
Yes, yes.
On your middle finger or on your ring finger.
Plus, I wanted to say, if you weren't comfortable with your jewelry or your ring or your watch, anything, any sort of jewelry that you've gotten from us, that we do lifetime repairs on all of our jewelry, and we'll pay for it to get it shipped back to you as well. You can reach us through Instagram and Facebook as well, too.
Oh, that's wonderful to know. All right, we want to take you into the heart of this fabulous today's special and introduce you to the artisan, and really the artisan's family as well, correct, Jennifer?
Yes.
All big part. In fact, let's talk about it. That's him himself. That's Emerson,
right
correct?
Here, he's showing me how to do one of the stamps, the smaller stamps, and how he cuts it, the way he handles it, how he gets it from the bezel to the shank. and he's pointing out here the process what he's going through. And after he made one of the stamps, he was trying to tell me, do you want to try it? And I was like, nope, I'll just let you do that, because I wanted to watch to see what he does. And he was showing me how to make the stars around the stamps, because they say that for the Navajo people that their ancestors come from the stars. And so he's pointing out the little star that he had made, and that is one of the most hardest process to go through, is to make the stamps, because if they're not perfectly aligned inside the mold, that when you get it soldered onto the plate, that it'll pop off later or it'll break.
Isn't it amazing, all the steps? And you were saying that many times there's so many steps involved in making let's say, for instance, this today's special, it could take up to, what, 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks just to make a few rings, because you have one person who cuts it, you have another person who does lapidary, you do the polishing, you do the cutting, and you do the process of getting the stamps cut, because he showed me about a good 500 to 1,000 stamps that he's done. And just doing the bezel alone, he had it all cut out, and he has this whole process which is all intricate that on his desk. Everything was in order, and he knew where things were at. And like he was showing me how he the stamps that he made on his own. Some were made of rebar, some were made of like lumber nails. Just the little stamps that he had, he made each and every piece his own. And he's had them for over years.
It's amazing.
Like car parts, and I was amazed.
That is wild. I love that story. And we want to talk about the inspiration as well. And going back, if you are just tuning in, and we're also streaming live on Facebook. We have a lot going on. My goodness, I'm loving it. Introducing our very best value of the day, all handcrafted, all from the Navajo tribes and the Zuki, correct?
Zuni, yes.
Zuni, in New Mexico.
Yes.
And you work one-on-one with them. It is really keeping their culture alive, isn't it?
Yes.
And I always say you feel good. You have a story when you wear and you purchase these pieces. You are sharing that story, and you're really supporting an amazing, amazing history of hand craftsmanship that unfortunately has definitely become more of a lost art, if you will. So we love sharing with you the insides and getting you to know the artists and the designs and the inspiration. And that's something we truly want to talk about. If you are tuning in, this is Kingman Mine. It is the #1 most sought after American turquoise mine in the world. People come from all over the world just to be able to get a little bit of this high blue color and this amazing ceremonial, that green color that they are 100% known for. So, I believe we're going to share with you, I'm sorry, what was that, Erin?
You have the backdrop here of a picture of Navajo Nation, the picture of the stars. And this is what we see every single night out in the desert. And so that's where a lot of the inspiration comes to the silversmiths as well. And for Emerson, he says that design represents the circle of life. And the top of the design is a star stamp, and the stars are said to be the ancestors in Navajo tradition. And the sides of the stamps represent the rising sun and the sun setting. So with each stamp, it represents the moon and the light as it chases each other each and every day. And as we go through the rotation of life, Mother Earth has her way of giving and taking back. And you have that divine marriage of silver and turquoise coming together, and you have that marriage of Father Earth and Mother Earth at the same time. And so when you have that union coming together, the artisan here is bringing his culture, to you, and there's a story that all goes along with it.
And there's a story with every piece. That's so beautiful. Yes. I love that. And that was why we love that you get a chance to meet Emerson and know that any one of these rings that you're receiving today, and you just choose your color and your size, could take anywhere from an entire day, if not longer, to make just one piece.
Because when they were going through the process with me, I told them, I was telling each and every one of them, I said, you guys are fast. They say it may look fast, but there's a lot of us who try to do the process to help that along. But it's a long process. And just the way they were making it, they were very honed in on their skills. And I was saying before, I see that a father and a daughter, and they look just like they were brother and sister. I mean, they look so young. And he was showing me how he cuts a piece from a slab of turquoise, then he hands it off to his daughter, and then the daughter was doing the cutting and shaping it. And she was showing me how you do the dome part of the turquoise and cutting the sides to set it inside the bezel. And then she handed off to another person who finished polishing it off. And then another person, she gave it back to the dad to set it in. And as he set it in, he showed me how to do the epoxy and how to make sure it's set in right. And then he handed it off to another person who was doing the polishing. And so when all
this is one ring, by the way.
And all these men were all in line, and I mean, they were like soldiers. They had their heads down, and they were polishing, and all their fingers were like gray from the silver, and you know, from all that waterwork. And they were using polishing cloths, you know, on the machines, and it was so fast, and it was so pretty, just the process.
And isn't it not too far off from a full year to make this today's special happen? That's how long. Now let's talk about the rarity. Now you're looking at the Kingman Blue.
Yes.
Now to get Kingman Blue of this size, and it's our largest ever as a today's special in a ring at this value we have ever done in 19 years. So think about that for a minute. But we are looking at a 33 by 15 millimeter. How unusual is that, Jen, in terms of, of either or, the Ceremonial or the Kingman Blue?
And especially to get that large amount of turquoise, it's our best value in a ring that we have ever offered. And so say if you go to Santa Fe or Phoenix, that price would be triple of what we're offering to HSN.
Wow. I mean, think about that. And we hear it over and over again. And if you're familiar with Chaco Canyon, we love hearing from you. Lots of shout outs on Facebook. Want to say hi. We have Mickey, and we have Marie, and we have Kim. All love Chaco Canyon. Can't get over this ring at under $100. Now, a couple other things I want to mention. The statement ring, it's all about that one key piece. And as soon as I put this on my hand, and I have small fingers, I thought, okay, I'm gonna be the best testament here as to the comfort. It truly fits like a glove.
Yes.
Look at my fingers. I mean, nothing you can see. They're not cumbersome. They're all just set apart, I mean, beautifully. They're not any type of gapping in between. So, I mean, everything from the pendant to the cuff, to the earrings, to the ring, all created from Emerson and his amazing team and his family, going back in the same traditions as we mentioned from honestly hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And the other thing being that star detailing, we can get a close-up on that. You may have other pieces from this artisan, and he always incorporates that, you know, that beautiful stamping of the star, which is indicative, kind of like his fingerprint, right? In each of his pieces.
With each and every artisan, they have their own unique symbol. And but for the majority of the silversmiths their background is usually they'll have a star inside, you know, any of the jewelry that they make.
How neat is that? We want to talk about too, we're showing all different looks. I'm just like a Diane Gilman off the shoulder denim top. I love your beautiful dressier. This necklace, by the way, is that not like the craziest thing you've ever seen that Jennifer's wearing? So it really jazzes it up. And the Today Special works back perfectly. We're showing you here the green of the Ceremonial, which, by the way, is most popular right now. Blue we bring the most in. That's always, you know, the one that traditionally, especially in that high blue color, is always our top seller. But we know those of us who collect Ceremonial, we don't get much of it. So that's another thing. Kate is showing it with a cute little just denim jacket and a fun little tee, and it pops. This is your statement ring, winter, spring, summer, and fall. This becomes this is who you are. You wear this piece, and let me tell you, it's, oh my goodness, grab the hand grabber. Where did you find that? Were you in New Mexico, or were you in the Southwest somewhere? And you must have paid a fortune for that. But the beauty is today, and only today, because it's our birthday, you can get this home for under $20 when you shop using any major credit card or debit card with our FlexPay. And of course, you have our wonderful return policy. We make it so simple. Love the cuff.
Yes.
I will tell you that all the matching pieces, because we are very, very, very busy right now, the cuff, the pendant that I'm wearing, the earrings, they're all available for you, but we bring in not even a quarter of the amount of the matching pieces, and this over just about a year, the undertaking to make this today's special happen, just to give you an idea. So there's the item number. We have the perfect earrings, the drop earrings in the ceremonial green or in that beautiful turquoise blue, and the same thing with the cuff bracelet, and the same thing with the matching pendant. And again, that whole signature look, right, with the stars and the beautiful hand-selected. I love that story you were saying, how each piece is hand-selected and chosen. And it's so hard because the larger the piece, obviously, the finer the rough, and the larger the rough has to be, the more expensive the piece is going to be. And you were saying there's so many, you know, areas where you'll see turquoise in these little tiny, tiny little chips. And that's what they use as inlay or accent pieces. But to find the big, bold pieces, the statement pieces, is not an easy thing to do. We haven't been able to do it in, you know, from day one.
Yeah, for me, just growing up, I've seen majority of the turquoise that was in my area more with the darker matrix, and that's what I, you know, kind of went on to. And I asked one of the artisans. They said, you know, well, which side do you usually pick? Because, you know, for them, it's more of like the clear color that you have there, you know, with very little matrix. Then the other side would be more of a darker matrix. And for them, they say that on the other side that they have to, when you get it polished, you have to make sure it's got that perfect dome shape, because when it goes to the polisher at the end, and when he tries to get it cleaned up, you can see like the little chips in it or the breaks if it's not perfectly polished.
So no two will ever be alike either, correct? As we're showing you there's a green. I have two of the greens. I'm just going to show you, and these are the ceremonial greens. And now I'm going to bring in the Kingman now. Just took lead. Okay, so our Kingman collectors, you know, it's amazing. We learn so much when Jennifer's here, and we learn so much when Jay King is here. And our two lines of jewelry that are 100% handcrafted are Jay King designs and of course Chaco Canyon. And Jay is always educating us, and it's amazing to see what's happening now with the United States. I mean, our number 1 most popular, sought after, you know, homegrown stone is that of turquoise. Out of all the difference, Jay was just saying a couple weeks ago when he was here, or maybe it was last week, he was saying that when we first started here, and it was almost, he's gonna be celebrating 24 years, he said, you know, Lynn, I had 24 different American mines that produced turquoise back then. There's one now. Really, that brings out the quality. Think about that. Of this kind of blue or this kind of gorgeous green. And that is the Kingman.
Basically, the turquoise is like almost a dying art, because, you know, you have to get that preservation of it, you know, inside your jewelry, because there's only certain roughs that you can get to, and especially for that blue or turquoise that we have up there, I was told that only a certain part of a vein that you can get, and you're not really seeing that type of vein anymore. So it's the veins either getting lighter or changing to a different color.
Wow, it's so absolutely fascinating, and boy, are you at the right place at the right time today. Just a stroke of midnight. $50 off today while they last. So the great news is it's right now the launch. So right now we do have all sizes. We have 6 through size 12. The bad news is because of these are all handcrafted, when the size sells out in either color choice, and boy, that's gonna happen early on in the day, we can't say, you know what, we're gonna get another 500 in. It's not gonna happen. Will we bring us something similar back in like this? Absolutely, seeing the popularity and knowing that we love the big, bold statement pieces, but it's gonna be $150. That's hands down. So what a great opportunity here today with the last few seconds here remaining. It's item 664266. We're gonna keep you updated. That's the Kingman Blue, that beautiful high blue color, that robin's egg blue color that is so difficult to come by. And then the green is that of the ceremonial, which is indicative to a very particular vein in the Kingman Mine, correct? And so, and that's also a rarity to find that wonderful, beautiful depth of green that you see in these stones, not to mention the size. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the matching pendant and the matching drop earrings. Now, they're both available for you in the two colors, the Ceremonial green or the Kingman Blue, that gorgeous robin's egg blue. The pendant is $149.98, and that, of course, 5 flex pays, and the same thing, everything Chaco Canyon. Happy birthday, HSN. 5 flex pays all day. That's on hsn.com or shopping live with us on television. So on the earrings, it's $34. It'll be your first monthly payment, but here's the kicker. Keep in mind, once you spend $99, so if you were fortunate enough to get the today's special, or anything else for that matter in fashions or in accessories and jewelry, it's free shipping and handling up until midnight. So if there was ever a time, if you're able to do it, and you can get the matching pieces, how important is that? I know we're gonna offer these for the next 2 minutes, but because you're dealing with the same artisan here.
Yes.
So you're gonna get that same attention to detail and craftsmanship that you're getting, knowing for a fact.
And especially the way they all work together. It may look like one person worked on a particular piece, but in fact that person may have taught all the other artisans too as well. So they say that if you wanna keep learning, or if you wanna learn that art of silversmithing, you know, they have no problem teaching you if you're willing to learn, and because they wanna keep that tradition going. And for the earring and the pendant and the cuff that we have today, 2 women worked on it together, and they are Sadie Jim and Susanna Johnson. Susanna Johnson made the cuff, and for the earring and the pendant was Sadie Jim. Sadie Jim, she says that behind her inspiration was for her kids that have gone on to the spirit world. That's why she has the stars on there. And so that is in remembrance of them. And for Susanna, she says that the same thing too as well, that for the ancestors, they come from the stars. And so you tend to see a lot of Native Americans sit outside and reminisce when they look out into, you know, the stars, because that's what they see every single night is, you know, family as they look up above.
Isn't that wonderful that the jewelry really just transcends to those beautiful folklores and those wonderful meanings that were passed down from, you know, generations and generations, and even in your family.
Yes.
You often talk about that, you know, the inspiration of your grandmother and the stories and in the family that have been passed to you. I just had a quick, I know Mickey on Facebook and Rose, oh my goodness, so gorgeous. I just ordered. I wanted to give you the size of the millimeter on the turquoise in the earrings. They're 23 by 7 millimeters. And then on the pendant, that is 35 by 17 millimeters. So in terms of that, like the size on your statement ring. Very popular going back. We never, unfortunately, can bring in the quantity of the matching pieces to our today's special. So this is a great, great opportunity with the shipping special and the flex pay, if you're able to do so and get the whole entire suite. Okay, we also want to mention the liquid silver necklace, which is also 100% handcrafted, always a customer picks, sells out every single time that we offer it, and unfortunately we have maybe 100 between both lengths here. So it's limited, and with 5 flex pays, $69.90 for the 24-inch. That's what Kate is wearing. We have the 30 inches available. That's $79.90. It's all sterling silver. It's a liquid sterling silver that is 100%. Every little bead in here is like hand sewn together. It's all handcrafted. So it's always a #1 all-time favorite. And why do I call it that liquid silver? Look at this. It's just yummy, yummy.
I love that.
So pretty.
When you see this, it makes the pendant pop out. It makes your clothes,
everything,
your eyes, everything.
And what I did, I took the 30-inch and doubled it. So I made like a little choker and then just took today's special, the matching pendant to go along with it and create a whole different look. So the liquid silver, handcrafted necklaces are back in stock, but now let's talk about always one of our all-time bestsellers in Chaco Canyon. And so many of the collectors out there like myself specifically wait for the brand new cuffs. So that's exactly what we're gonna bring you on to. And again, beautifully, beautifully made. I'm gonna take you on a tour. It's available today. This appraise, these cups, and we go to 3 outside appraisals. We go with the lowest of those 3 appraisals, appraised at $495. So basically easily anywhere else. And that to me is very conservative. A lot of metal, a lot of workmanship, a lot of attention to detail, and a magnificent stone and size of the stone and quality of the turquoise. But the fact that we're offering it at $289.98 and 5 flex pays and perhaps free shipping and handling if you've already ordered today's special, you took care of that because you paid $99 one time all day, and everything else will be free shipping and handling. So in terms of, again, there's your beautiful Kingman Blue, that high blue color, or we have the Kingman Ceremonial Turquoise, which is also from the Kingman Mine, just a very unique small vein that continues to be very much, both of these, in demand worldwide. These colors of turquoise from Kingman.
Oh yes, the ceremonial green comes from when a long time ago a Navajo medicine man had gone out to the Kingman Mine, and he seen this particular shade of green, a green vein that was out on the side of the mountain. And so he went up to it, and you see the brown striations on the side of the vein, and it looked like snakes moving. And so for the snakes, for the Navajo people, they say it's very sacred to their culture during their ceremonial dances. And so when he seen that, he called it the ceremonial green turquoise because it's always going to be sacred to the Navajo people.
What is it? Oh, and beautifully done. Look at this, from the inside and the outside, everything is finished to perfection.
I like that because the shank is different. You see the twisted silver that is on there, which really brings out the wearer and the person who made it, because you're going to be together.
And I wanted to show you, because when we say traditionally the size on this is 5.5 inches, so it will comfortably fit up to a 6.5 inch wrist, but it's a cuff bracelet, and you saw what I just did, so you can easily, it's quite malleable, because it's not all in one. You saw how the metal is soldered onto it, so if it just...
Smooth, it's comfortable, yes.
You normally wear about 7,
8.
7, 8, okay,
Yeah.
and still you're wearing
still
it
perfect, yes.
perfectly, yeah. So I just want to say, in terms of sizing, that's often a question we have. What a beautiful, beautiful one-of-a-kind cup. 671-666 is the item number. Well, we have our beauty bash that is going to be coming up here at HSN. We always look forward to that, and a lot of our #1 top beauty brands are going to be highlighted. In fact, we're very much looking forward to, there you can see Too Faced, who is going to be back with us, and they have an incredible special on the day. Actually, as I said, if you can pre-shop our beauty bash, that's going to be coming up on hsn.com. We have some of the most fantastic special event prices. My friend Colleen Lopez, I can't believe, is going to be celebrating 25 years. It seems like yesterday it was her 20th. We'll be back with more.
We're getting ready to watch some clips of our absolute favorite co-host.
Highlights of Colleen Lopez.
We're celebrating her 25th anniversary.
Check it out.
What?
This is the all-time best. Colleen losing control and that laugh that you can never, ever, ever forget.
When Colleen laughs, I laugh. She can do anything.
Now I'm giving you love and you're shy?
25 years.
Come join the fun as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of Colleen Lopez.
Discover a world of beauty like you've never seen before. Beauty Report is the insider's guide to getting gorgeous.
Join me Wednesday at the earlier time of 7 p.m. Eastern.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
We have so many exciting things. We were just like chit-chatting in our little break there of one of our all-time favorite watches from Chaco Canyon, sold out like I want to say in less than 5 minutes when we introduce it, that we're going to show you a little sneak peek because it's finally back for our big birthday celebration. Jennifer Wan is here. I'm your host, Lynn Murphy. We're live on Facebook. A lot of exciting things happening. We have our shipping special going on all throughout the day where you spend $99 and everything else in jewelry and fashions is free shipping and handling. And we have some of the most exciting birthday special event prices, which is a great lead-in to this beautiful blue Kingman Turquoise toggle bracelet, which is the very best value we have ever offered. It's extremely, extremely limited, so we'll talk to that. It praised over $600, was originally, we offered it at $668. So we took $40 off. While quantities last, it's 8 inches in length and it has a full ½ inch. What we call this is like a jump ring as an extender. So you can go from 7.5 inches up to 8 inches in length. Really, for again, our collectors out there, this is a very exciting piece and something we don't see very often in the way of bracelets. Isn't it true, Jennifer?
No, this is different. And the way the artisan made it, his name is Mike Smith, and he's been with us for a very long time. He was, there he is, telling me stories about him and Emerson, you know, when they were growing up and how they met, and Emerson was saying the same thing. And these two gentlemen are very talented master silversmiths, and we were trying to make him smile right here, and he was being very stoic. He didn't want to smile, and but he was.
They're very humble, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yes they are. And just looking at them, the way they do their work, they're very into it. I mean, they love doing what they do. They love the way the people react to their jewelry making, and especially when he says when you get them out of the box, when you look at it, you get that look on your face because you know you're going to enjoy it. Yeah. You know, like other people are going to enjoy it along with you.
Oh, it is. All of these pieces are just, I mean, the meticulously made, beautiful, again, hand-chosen individual stones, fewer than 70 of these that are currently available. Just a one-of-a-kind piece with the full adjustability. So there you go. Good luck. I hope you're one of the next, 65 folks or so that are able to take advantage of that beautiful, again, high blue entire bracelet made up of all Kingman Blue turquoise. That is just beautiful. Okay, so I mentioned of the watch. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we worked so hard to get this back. I don't know how, I can't even tell you how many disappointed folks were when we sold this out. It was the first of its kind, and it will absolutely take your breath away. First off, it's a customer pick favorite. I have fewer than 50. It's item 536250, and honestly, it's not even scheduled to be fully aired until, I want to say maybe in our next hour or closer to 2 in the morning. So for those of you who I know wait for the today's special and want to see some of our highlighted pieces, no doubt about it. Look at this Kingman turquoise all the way around, that beautiful look of mother of pearl and that gorgeous turquoise in the middle, and the amount of sterling silver on the cuffs. That's $470.40, all handcrafted, 5 flex pays, and we do offer it in 2 sizes. We have it available in small, medium, and then also medium large. The other thing, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I haven't done a midnight kickoff in so long, and I know what it's like. I want to make sure you see everything before before 2 a.m. comes. We have Sleeping Beauty, and I'm getting quite a few questions on HSN on our Facebook page. Are you going to have any Sleeping Beauty? The only Sleeping Beauty that we do have are from parcels that have been collected from the artisans from years ago, because that mine is completely closed. So we do have 2 new pieces in this hour from Sleeping Beauty. So keep that in mind as we continue on, because we have some more fabulous, perfect match, if you will, drop earrings with gemstones back to our today's special. And this is available in that Kingman Blue or in that Ceremonial green turquoise, and right nestled at the post. I like that combination of a gemstone. It's unexpected, kind of gives it more of a dressier type of feel, but again, all handcrafted. Nestled at the very post is genuine gemstones. So you have the blue Kingman Turquoise or the Ceremonial, and then you have the garnet with the Ceremonial, and then the white topaz that you can see Kate is wearing here, back with the Kingman Blue. Just under 2 inches in length and about 7/16 of an inch in width. Fantastic special price at $99.98. So going back, so for instance, because these are brand new, there's the Ceremonial green in the today's special. If you are just tuning in, $99.95. I still can't get over that. I'm so excited for you. And then you have the matching earrings for $99.98 with 5 flex pays. And then if you were able to get the blue, which I don't think I still have the same. Yes, I do. Let me show you that. Here is the turquoise, the blue Kingman Turquoise in today's special. Would really work back nicely with those earrings.
I love these because they were different, and especially when I seen that we had the white topaz that was put in on the top. I thought that just gave it a pop of sophistication too with it as well. And these were fun to wear. I took them on for a ride over when I went to go see the artisans. Basically, I tried about every single one of these, and I wish I had more arms when I was walking around. But yes, these were one of my favorites, and especially the ones with the garnet. The artisan here, his name is Brandon Boleyn, and he says that when you look at these, the black matrix inside the turquoise represents the clouds, the blue represents the sky, and the twist around the wire stone represents the wind that the clouds makes as they travel across the sky every day.
Isn't that pretty? Those are some of my favorites. Say that one more time, because I know a lot of our collectors like to write the stories down with the inspiration. So if you don't mind just reiterating that one more time. I know we had a lot of support with our best value of the day, so it was fun to be able to talk about it in great detail, but that's so inspirational.
Oh yes, the artisan here again is Brandon Boleyn. He says that the black matrix inside the turquoise represents the clouds. The bottom part of the earring, the turquoise, represents the sky. The twist wire around the stone represents the wind that the clouds travel through across each and every day.
I love that. And that, you know, when you see the close-up, everything you were saying, here's that twisted wire around the outside, that high blue color that is the most sought after. United States right now is worldwide at all the big trade shows. They go and line up around the corner, Jay was saying, to try to get their, you know, anything like these colors of the green Ceremonial and the blue Kingman from the Kingman Mine. So the fact that we can, in such a wonderful relationship, with Chaco Canyon, with the Native Americans that continue to share their art with us and their hand craftsmanship and their spirituality and their inspirations, and it's become a lost art. And I know it's been one of our #1 all-time top, you know, most popular brands here at HSN in jewelry for now 19 years. You don't find that in a lot of places, right? And you've been the spokesperson for all that time, right, Jen? Can't believe it's been 19 years. And it's funny because, like many of us, I feel as though, and thanks to Jen and your travels and your relationship with these amazing artisans, that we know them. Like it's like our own little family. And you get to know the family and their children, and it's a wonderful journey. So, and we're loving your comments here. I know Mary just said, I love Chaco Canyon Turquoise. I wish I could afford all of it. But she did buy the Ceremonial green in the matching pendant to our best value of the day. Lots and lots of you were so excited that because of the 5 flex pays and the free shipping, so thank you for your comments because we pass all these on, that you were able to get the whole ensemble. You were able to get the today's special and the matching cuff.
Yes.
And the matching earrings and the matching pendant. Now, I'm wearing the matching earrings that we had earlier just to show you with the today's special, but it's just a whole different look. So it depends on, you know what, whatever your style may be. So you can see the two here. One is a little gemstone with the garnet, if you're getting the Ceremonial green, and then if you're getting the blue or the Kingman, then that's gonna be the white topaz. So it looks like that of a beautiful white diamond. So there you have it. Our best value of the day. My, oh my, congratulations. What a celebration, as there's a couple days left in July, so we continue to celebrate our birthday here at HSN throughout the entire month of July, which we love. So here are your two choices. This is the Ceremonial of the green of the Kingman, and then we also have that beautiful blue. I'm gonna borrow your hand here if you don't mind. Thank you, Jennifer. Here is the blue, that high blue Kingman that we just has now taken the lead. I know it's 6 through size 12, definitely gonna be the one where we're gonna start losing sizes. $99.98. 5 flex pays, free shipping and handling, custom made. Keep in mind, one of these could take days, and not could, did.
Yes.
This has been almost a year in the making to make this today's special happen. That's how rare it is that we even have a today's special, especially in a ring where you have to have custom sizes. So thank you for letting me borrow yours. That is our very, very best value of the day. Oh, I love this next necklace. We love the inspiration of feathers. And everything we do in feathers always becomes, whether it's drop earrings or a beautiful influence in a cuff. I have a feeling the same thing's gonna happen on this one-of-a-kind necklace. Completely sells out. So, right now today, we're featuring this brand new turquoise feather necklace at $20 off of the HSN price. So this is priced at $255. It will be $189. If, you know what, forget that. It's never gonna last. The whole look here is $169.98. Now we have this actually, because it's a nice, you'll notice too, like a Rollo, 3-dimensional Mariner type of link on here. This is a full 26 inches in length. We just have it tightened up a little bit in the back, which you're able to do if you wanted to shorten it, or you can wear it, you know, in that long matinee, very dramatic look. Under $200. I mean, there's a lot going on. Tell us a little bit about this.
That was one of my favorites, and especially on a necklace like this, you can feel the workmanship in it, and especially the way the links are made. I was showing it how they would cut the links and, you know, fasten them together, how they fasten the bezel on, like around the stones, how they're cut. And because you have to have it perfect in a certain way to where the stone will fit exactly inside the bezel. And so when you see stamps that are made like this, you don't do just one necklace at a time. You do like 1,000, like I said, maybe 1,000 feathers all at a time. You do like a bunch of links before you make the necklace together. So you get everything together in a process, and then the next step would be, you know, finishing the necklace in itself.
And okay, I love that. Now they just told me last and final call going out on this necklace. Not surprised. How unusual too, the shape here of the turquoise.
It's like a heart. Just when
I know.
It's very abstract. The artist in here, his name is Gilbert Smith. I always talk about the flicker bird story. This is a long time ago when all the birds were coming together. They talk about how they were going to put each other in rank, and the highest of the rank was the eagle. And so you have this little baby bird come walking around, and they were all trying to have their little meeting, and he comes to the eagle and say, you know, what could I do? What could I do? But the eagle was still trying to, you know, have his conversation with everybody else, and kept saying, you know, what could I do? So just to get him out of the way, he tells the little flicker bird, you know, to go shoot up towards the sun, past the clouds. And so while they're having their conversation, they thought, you know, he was gone, you know, thought he just flew away. But you hear this big sound coming down from the sky, and the little bird actually was on fire. His feathers were on fire. His tail was on fire. So he came down so fast, like an asteroid. He hit the earth, and he was so deep inside the ground, they thought he was gone. So they were all looking for him. So when they were looking for him, he jumped out behind the eagle and said, you know, so what else could I do? And so the eagle said, since your feathers are still red and you're you're still alive, this is what we're gonna do. He says, what you're gonna do is protect us from any negativity in the world, any evil in the world. And so for the eagles in Native tradition, they're sacred birds. And so they say that they can pass through the spirit world and talk to the ancestors. And so him being of the highest rank and bestowing that rank upon the flicker bird, he placed all the birds in different ranks, you know, for them to be held in different ceremonies.
No, I never heard you talk about that. I love that story. See,
yes.
Neat. Okay, fewer than 4, oh, now 30. Okay, these are definitely on their way to selling out. Brand new today. Knew that was going to be a quick one. Over, again, 24 inches, 26 inches to be exact, but you have that wonderful adjustability in the link here, so you can adjust it to whatever neckline that you're wearing, but what a gorgeous statement piece. Not a statement price. We are celebrating Chaco Canyon, part of our big birthday celebration. Jennifer, so many comments about the earrings. What are those earrings that Jennifer has on? They're the classic door knocker with that southwestern twist, and they're brand new today at $149.98. And again, going back, everything Chaco Canyon, all jewelry, part of our big birthday celebration, available with 5 monthly flex payments, including these fabulous earrings. They are statement earrings. They set forward. I love that high blue color of the beautiful, beautiful turquoise right at the top. Look, almost like a little bit of an organic off shape to them. And then the perfect round, about a little over 2 inches, 2 5/8 of an inch in the length of the high polished textured handcrafted silver hoops. Tell us a little bit about this designer before these sell out, because that's how popular they've been just seeing them on you.
The artist in here, her name is Sheena Jack. When I first went to Grants, the owner actually, she said, you know, what would you like to wear? So she gave me these to wear, and actually the same necklace that I have here. But I was drawn to this just because of the shape and just the beauty of it. And so the artist in here, Sheena Jack, she says that when you see the hoop around it, that's a representation of Mother Earth. And you see the turquoise, it's a representation of Father Sky. And the stamp work around the silver on the bottom represents the ground on Earth. And so just to show that the love that Father Sky has for Mother Earth, you know, he surrounds her each and every day. And so you can see the ripple on top of the turquoise. That represents the rain that the Father Sky brings to Mother Earth each and every time they're together.
You can see that completely. Even the way the light reflects off of the texturing,
yes.
The hand craftsmanship there, it almost looks like stars are flickering or glistening in the sky.
Yes.
Very, very relevant to the story that you're just sharing. And then beautifully polished in the back. You have your butterfly backing. They're lightweight. I love the fact that we did a classic door knocker. It's for the very first time in that southwestern feel, and that no matter
They're
what,
comfortable. Yeah,
I was gonna
super
say,
comfortable.
if your hair was longer, I mean, because these set forward.
Yes.
So the nice thing is that you really, I mean, they're a great statement piece, you know, in terms of that. So it's another one. I wish we had 500 pairs, and that is, you know, unfortunate. The wonderful thing, but the unfortunate thing when it comes to Chaco Canyon, because everything is handcrafted. We have fewer than 70 now available, so they are going to scoot us on. Tremendous, tremendous response to everything. And this is just the beginning of Chaco Canyon on the day today. Remember the free shipping. If you ordered, well, if you're ordering these earrings, there you go. You're gonna be free shipping and handling for the remainder of the day. So once you spend $99, that may have been on our best value of the day or on these beautiful earrings, you're at free shipping and handling on everything else. Okay, so I wanna talk about this beautiful option for you because it matches one of our #1 top-selling cuff bracelets that we're going to talk about in just a moment. So we have your Kingman Blue, that high blue, beautiful, beautiful, rich ring. I have all sizes. I want to say 5 through 11, if I'm not mistaken. 5 through 12. Okay, good. And this one also order your true size, because the band does taper in the back of the shank here. And then we have the Ceremonial green, which is also Kingman, at $139.90, but it's very limited. So I have 5, 6, and 7, and size 10 in the Ceremonial green. It's 077825. Now we have matching earrings to go back, and this is all from the same designer, so it's another great opportunity to get this suite. If you'd like the Ceremonial, I have 70 pair of earrings remaining, and they're $229.90. And then that gorgeous, look at that high blue, that color. That is, there it is, the most sought after gorgeous color of blue turquoise. That's Kingman Turquoise. The earrings are $229, and that's item 007854. And that is gonna bring us right on to our #1 customer pick cuff bracelet that we're so delighted to be able to have back available for you today at a special feature price, and that's $50 off our original HSN price. And in terms of, again, appraisals on this fabulous handcrafted piece, $650. There it is in the Kingman Blue, and it's approximately 6 inches in length. So we comfortably say it will fit up to about a 7.5, 8-inch wrist. But again, you have that full adjustability in the back because it is a cuff. We're calling this one of our showstopper pieces because it's always been one of our #1 top sellers, and we're running some of the reviews at the bottom of the screen. It's a great opportunity with the 5 flex pays and the special featured price. And I'm just gonna showcase this one because I believe did you? No, okay. Did you have this one on? No, you have on the matching today's special. So I want to show you, highlight the two together. But I know this is one of your favorite cups because you wear this one a lot.
Yes, that used to be one of our TSs before that we brought back.
We brought back just for the birthday month because it completely sold out. So we are thrilled about that. So this is the cuff bracelet we just showed you that matches back perfectly. And again, obviously it looks great with our today's special today. But we have the exact matching ring and the matching earrings that we just showcased. But I love it back with our today's special. And that's a lot of turquoise here. So tell us a little bit about the designer behind this one, Jen.
The artist in here, his name is Hsn Credit Card. His uncle, well, actually, Dad used to work for Running Bear, one of our first trading posts, and so he comes from a long line of master silversmiths, and so just to pay homage to the family, and especially the father, he started making this piece, and with the collection of other artisans that were with him, like Jerome Lee, David Lopez, all young artisans, they came together in unison to make this whole collection. And so when you see it, it's gonna have the twisted bezel in it, and you're gonna see the different types of soldered beads that are on the whole unit in itself. And so he said that a lot of his heart and soul went into it because he wanted to pay homage to his dad.
Mm-hmm. So again, you have the generations where the stories were, it's so important from family to family, and then continue to pass that on to keep those spirits alive, and that's what you'll find in a lot of the jewelry. So I just took off the matching cuff to our today's special that has been very, very popular to show you the look here that you have in this particular cuff. But you'll see in terms of size for the ring here, a little bit larger, but works back beautifully. I mean, it's like a high-end look to a more casual feel in a Southwest, if that makes any sense, right? With the details like you're seeing, these accents, the stars, the manipulation of the metal, again, fully adjustable in the back. So we typically will say will comfortably fit a wrist size from about 6 inches to about 8 inches. So you can adjust it, whatever's most comfortable. I'm loving that it's a perfect feel. Going back to our today's special today. So you could get, right, the today's special. And did I ever pick up my, oh yeah, because I was showing the green. Let me show you. Here's our today's special in the Kingman Blue. And look how it works back so beautifully with the Kingman Blue in this cuff bracelet.
Yes, and the way it is made, especially for the artisans, I'd ask them all a question. Who did you ever make your first piece of jewelry for? How did you make it, and what was the occasion? And the majority was for family members, and either for mom, dad, the wife, the husband. For Mike Smith and Loretta Smith, their husband and wife team, Loretta actually taught Mike how to silversmith. And
No kidding.
yes, and when I first met him, he said that, you know, he wanted to make jewelry that he thought that his wife would love. And so I don't think he remembers telling me that when he first met me, but you know, that's what I always remembered.
Yes.
So just imagine someone making jewelry that they thought that, you know, their wife would make, and you'd have like jewelry every day. I mean, just,
right.
Yeah.
Lucky her.
Yes.
How fun. And we're
Yes.
showing you, I believe these were from the cuff bracelet, some of
Yes.
the wonderful artisans.
You see the
and
stamp
steps.
work and the way they are pounding out the shank in itself, and just the process that they're going through, and the way they solder it together on the plates. And so when you see that, you're going to see that it goes in different steps. And so the way it is, the lapidary is being done there, the polishing like that. So just imagine someone's fingers, you know what I mean? Just like, looking at it, my fingers were cringing when I seen that.
Amazing.
But yes, a lot of the artisans, you know, were telling me their battle stories, but what they like at the end is just the process and just making something that someone would love out there.
Beautiful. And something like this, if you're gone to any of the trading posts, or you've shopped for Southwestern jewelry, maybe it was in Arizona or in New Mexico or wherever it may be, this piece would easily be in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
You wouldn't have the 5 flex pays there. You'd have the opportunity to get this home for $50. And then, of course, our wonderful return policy that we offer on top of that. We have our special 5 flex payments on all Chaco Canyon, but then also the shipping special that we're offering. So it is the time to explore Southwestern handcrafted jewelry if you've never had. Think about a beautiful gift. This is like our holiday show when we do all these specials in July. So, of course, today's special they've been working on for almost a year. So after you place your call, we'd love to hear from you. Again, just want to say hi to Thomas, who loves all the artwork and loves being able to share the stories of the artisans. Mary just said, so beautiful. Jilliana just said, I need to turn off the TV already. 8 pieces ordered so far. I love Chaco Canyon. I know Mickey was saying, I want it all. I just can't decide what color. Do you want to go with the ceremonial green or the high blue of the Kingman? But I will tell you this, some of the highest quality turquoise in the world, I'll say it over and over and over again, is from the Kingman Mine in Phoenix, Arizona. So the opportunity here to get 3 just beautifully, I mean, hand-picked every one, right? In terms, no 2 will ever be alike, but they try to pick the colors to be as consistent as possible.
Yes, because you have to go through all that process, so you have to shade the layers of turquoise off, and you have to be perfect on it, because if you're not, then the stone will crack. You know, it won't be stable.
Right, exactly. And I want to just mention another huge request on Facebook right now, because we're streaming live, is what is the ring that Lynn is wearing on her right hand? Can I just tell you?
Yes.
Not only has it been a huge request, because it could be just, you know, the perfect everyday ring, signature ring. It could be an engagement ring. It could be, you know, your version of the perfect diamond ring. But on top of everything else, as gorgeous as it is, it's Sleeping Beauty turquoise. How rare is that? So Sleeping Beauty, going back, and you can see Sleeping Beauty's always been known for that perfect robin's egg blue, but you see why it just works it works back beautifully with the Kingman, and why that is the most sought after right now, since the Sleeping Beauty mine is closed, colored turquoise in the world. There's the item number, it's 671719. I know, is that shocking? $129.98. It's brand new. And you might be saying, well, how in the world are they doing that when the mine is completely closed? But it's like I said before, these are parcels of, you know, collected Sleeping Beauty from before the time the mine was actually. How many years now has the mine been closed? Wow. Is it
8 maybe?
years? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
If we knew then, right?
Yes, could have loaded up.
I know. So anyway, there I go again. all over the place, but I want to make sure that we have something for everyone. And today's special ring is a true statement. That beautiful solitaire, we never did anything like that before. It's a white topaz, looks just like a gorgeous diamond. And then our customer pick, all-time favorite cuff bracelet in either your choice, ceremonial green or in that beautiful Kingman blue, 100% adjustable at 078040. I love it. Even though two different completely designers here, right? But
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
It's funny to see how a lot of the similarities when they're creating these and inspired by nature and stories in their families and creating these for loved ones, how they all kind of harmonize together. I think that's what makes it so beautiful. We did completely sell out of the feather necklace, the Y necklace that we were offering earlier, so I want to say congratulations to you there. Please shop Chaco Canyon on hsn.com because it's our birthday and we have a ton of special feature prices coming up in our next hour. Also want to mention the Sleeping Beauty still to come, and I have Sleeping Beauty earrings, just saying. We want to tell you about our Hsn credit card.
Celebrate HSN's birthday with an HSN card. Apply now and instantly get $25 off when you're approved. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of birthday perks, like 2 extra flex every Wednesday in July, plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
You can't afford not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
It's Rhonda Shear, and